Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 8 of 2025. So this week I did pull out bits and pieces from my stash. A few of these cards are from Ellie Studio and they are from the newer February kit, and then others are just randomly from my stash. A lot are from Ellie Studio. I think all of these are, except for that top right hand corner one that's just kind of like a frame, a green frame with the pink inside. I'm pretty sure that that is Studio Calico, but yeah, just kind of random stuff this week. And actually I'm going to replace a couple of these cards as we go. You'll see that when we get there, but just a random assortment. Also for my title card, you can see that came together really quickly. And you know, sometimes for the title card, I like to go really big and bold with my week and my number, and other times it's really small and just kind of like subtle. That's how it is this week. I really liked that main card that says documented and has the large label. But on the little die cut pack from Ellie Studio for February, they had this really cute thought bubble. So inside of it, I found super small, old, I don't know where they're from, maybe Citrus Twist actually, but these little tiny alphas. So I used a W and a K for week, and then I have an 8 under it, and then did my stamping, and then there you go. The title card is completed. I'm going to add a few gold stars to it eventually, but for now, that one is done. Now we're moving on to adding just a few embellishments. Again, a couple of these things are going to change, but these are older Ellie Studio labels that have the phrases inside. I've used them many, many times. So I picked out 3 of them and popped them into place, but you'll see how this kind of evolves as we go. So as far as my photos from the week, we'll do a little rundown really quick. So at the top, I do have a picture you can see there of my feet on a very cold ground. So we did have some ice and snow like midweek on Wednesday. And it was one of those kind of random weeks because now only a few days later, it's like 70 degrees out. It's such a beautiful day. But we did have like a really, really cold spell there in the middle of the week. And actually, we had a snow day. Will was off from work that day, so we were able to stay at home and watch movies. I did not document the movie that we watched, but we watched Batman from 1989. So I will be adding that to my ongoing movie documenting, you know, in my Project Life, but I didn't add it onto the week. But we did have a midweek break there with snow and mostly ice. You can see it's not quite snowy. So beside that picture of my feet, I did also include the weather because not only does it have like the actual temperature, but it talks about how it was like an extreme cold warning, or, you know, it has little bits and bobs about the weather there. Then I also have a beautiful picture of some tulips that I picked up from Target throughout the week. I have some cookies that I made over the weekend. Also, the photo at the bottom is of like pasta and garlic bread and salads and stuff that me and Will had together. And we had like a full-on little cooking and dinner night. And then we watched like the first half of the new season of Severance. So I do have the Severance TV poster there over in the corner. And then I have a picture of us taking the doggies for a walk. So that was kind of my week there in a nutshell. It was a really low-key, easy week, but there were some really good, fun moments in there as well. So at this point, I'm adding on my journaling. So you can see that I've already added like a ton of journaling to that one card that says Weekend Fun. And then I added quite a bit to the one that says On Repeat, which that's about a podcast that I'm listening to. And lo and behold, here I tore off that one. And it just kind of annoyed me because I felt like I had so much journaling there in the middle. I didn't love the way that it looked, first of all, but also I didn't feel like a lot of that journaling was necessary. So I end up taking it away. I take away that card that had all the journaling on it, and I'm trying to find a card that I want to put here, like just a filler card. So it's taken me a second. I do go with this smiley face sun card, but I kind of play back and forth. I do really like that other one that says rule number 1, you got to have fun, or whatever it says. But I do end up going with the pink smiley face. There was a little bit of pink in the tulips and the tablecloth picture of the food. And then also the background photo behind the weather screenshot is light pink, so I just kind of went with that light pink look. The reason why I decided to change out that card where I had all the journaling though is because I started to do this one, this card, which is a to-do list. Super easy, right? Super easy way to add in your journaling because all you have to do is add little tiny sprinklets of things that happen throughout the week, just like a little to-do list. And I was noticing that I was repeating a lot from this list on like that I'd already journaled about with that big journaling. So I thought, okay, I don't really need both. So I like it a lot more the way that that looks. And then that on repeat card started to bother me. I felt like, well, that's not balancing well. I didn't like how much journaling was over there either. So I am going to end up taking away that on repeat card the same way. I just kind of rip it off. So you can see that because my pockets are all 4x6s, I always add my 3x4 cards onto a piece of just regular computer paper. So that's what I'm kind of ripping off. And then I'm going to put a different card there here in a second. I did also take the little label sticker off of that on repeat card because of course I'm not using it now, and I added it up to the top of the picture of my feet, which you just saw. And then I also added on a few of these really fun gold puffy stars from Ellie's Studio. I'm liking the way that that looks. I also added a little bit of washi tape here and there on a few of my screenshots. And then I ended up finding this old Citrus Twist card that also said checklist. So I thought that that kind of went well. I thought, okay, I'll balance it out. I'll have a checklist on both sides of the spread. So this checklist is going to solely be about the podcast that I'm listening to. And the other checklist was like in general about the week, but I like the way that that ends up looking. So here I'm trying to figure out what exactly I'm going to talk about, but I have been listening to this new podcast for me called The Rewatcher, and it's really good. It's by, I believe that they're sisters, and they did the Morbid podcast, which that's one that I'd never listened to before. But the Rewatcher's really good. It is all about Buffy. And so they're, of course, rewatching or watching for the first time, depending on which sister it is, but they are going through all of the Buffy episodes, and it's been really fun. I was trying to find a companion podcast as I was doing my own rewatch of Buffy, like trying to find a companion podcast to listen to at the same time, and that's been a super blast. So I've been listening to it a lot while I've been doing chores around the house and just different editing videos, all that kind of stuff. So that's really fun. So I added on a few little facts about the podcast on my checklist. And then I didn't like there's a phrase at the bottom that says life wrangling. I didn't love that on that card. I have it right under the little podcast photo. So I find a sticker in this Ellie Studio sticker sheet that I'm going to add on, and that works out perfectly. And that's my entire spread for the week. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick and easy process video. It came together super fast this week. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I'll be back at you super soon with another video. So have a great day, friends. I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.